Can you believe that this electric car that looks like a Porsche is made by Xiaomi? Yes, the tech company that used to make smartphones, TVs, e-scooters and almost every tech product you can imagine. But how is it possible that a tech company can produce a car in just 2 years starting from scratch with no experience in automobiles? Why it's become so much easier to make cars now? Have cars transformed into just another electronic device? Let's dive in and find out. But before we move forward, please consider subscribing if you like to watch more content related to design and science behind the products. I really appreciate your support. Now let's continue to why I'm saying that the cars are becoming a tech product and why that will surge the production of new electric cars. So there are 3 reasons behind that. First is the reduced complexity in electric cars. Second is easy to manufacture or assembly of these components. And third is the software and the connectivity aspect of it. The very first reason is the reduced complexity in an electric car. They are fundamentally simpler than the gasoline cars with less number of components and parts. This is what a traditional gasoline car looks like in terms of parts. First, you have the heart of the car, the engine. Then you have the fuel tank and a filler to fill and store the petrol, a fuel line and an injection system to supply fuel to the engine. Then there is a transmission to transmit power from engine to the wheels, an exhaust for outlet of gases, and then a ton of electronic components. Each of these parts needs precise engineering, regular maintenance, and can be a potential point of failure. Electric vehicles, on the other hand, have significantly fewer parts. You just need a battery pack, a charger port to charge the battery, an electric motor and motor drive to generate power, a transmission to transmit that power, then some small components like auxiliary battery and battery converter. And that's it. There is no need for components like exhaust system, cooling system and fuel injection systems. But it's not just about the mechanics. The interiors of modern cars are transforming too. Earlier cars have lots of buttons, dials and small screens. They also have a big hump in the floor for the transmission, which can make it feel like cramped inside, especially for the person sitting in the middle of the back seat. Electric cars, on the other hand, often have clean, modern dashboards with big touch screens and fewer buttons, making them look sleek and easy to use. They don't need a big transmission, so the floors are flat, giving more legroom and space. They also have extra storage in the front, where the engine would be in a gas car. It's easier to design the interior of electric cars because they have fewer complicated parts and more space to work with. As a product designer, I find this particularly fascinating. It allows designers to focus on user experience, aesthetics, and functionality without being bogged down by the complexity of mechanical design and engineering. This simplicity translates to the manufacturing and assembly process as well. Traditionally also, most of the car companies are car design companies. They don't manufacture most of the components, but outsource them to different suppliers and then assemble it to make a final product. Like for the gasoline cars, different companies use the same engine from supplier and then they do small fine tuning to change the specs. Now for the electric cars, the engine is the electric motor, and other than Tesla, nobody makes their own electric motors because they can't spend years on development like Elon did. So they go to the companies like Bosch, Siemens, Hitachi and Nidec to buy the electric motors for their cars. And same goes for the battery packs. Other than Tesla, no company make their own battery or fuel cells. Companies like Ford, Rivian, Lucid, Neo, Fisker, all of them have partnered with Samsung, LG and Kettle to supply them with the battery packs. In this way, they don't have to spend time and resources to develop their own battery cells and can develop the car much faster. Modern electric car production lines are highly automated using advanced robotics and AI. You must have seen this video of Tesla's Gigafactory producing cars like candies. Then comes the software, which plays a huge role in making new electric vehicles smart and user-friendly. It manages the car's battery, helping it last longer and charge faster, and provides helpful information like where the nearest chargers are and how far you can travel. Software also controls advanced features like self-driving and safety systems, making driving safer and more convenient. It even manages the cameras around the car, which are crucial for autopilot and autonomous driving. These cameras help the car navigate roads, change lanes, avoid obstacles, and make parking easier. by providing a 360-degree view and detecting potential hazards. One of the coolest things about EV software is that it can receive updates over the air, just like your smartphones. This means new features and improvements can be added to the car without going to the dealership. Companies often send updates that can make their car faster, enhance their range, or add new entertainment options. Although, as a consumer, you lose a bit of control due to this, but that's a topic for a whole another video. EVs also come packed with high-tech connectivity features that makes them feel like computers on wheels. Most EVs can be unlocked without a key using a smartphone app, and some models even allow to summon them to your location, like calling a robot butler. This connectivity extends to over-the-air updates, which can add new features and improve performance, just like updating a phone or a computer. Additionally, owning an EV requires having access to a charger, similar to how our electronic devices needs to be plugged in. This further emphasizes the tech product aspect of the EV, as they seamlessly integrate into the connected lifestyle. As a physical product designer, I find this very exciting because while designing the physical components, I can only put a limited number of features in the car. But with the help of these software updates, those features can be easily updated and multiplied. Some of my favorite gimmicky features are like this Victory Dance by Tesla X and the bioweapon defense system that can save you from toxic chemicals and fumes. Are these features necessary in a car? Of course not. Are they cool? Hell yeah. Do they affect the buying decision? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. All these features turns cars into high-tech gadgets that keep getting better over time. Unlike traditional gasoline cars that stays the same after you buy them. This integration of software, cameras and connectivity makes driving an EV a continuously improving experience, proving that EVs are not just vehicles but advanced tech products. And that's why companies like Xiaomi can produce a car in just 2 years. They can just hire a designer from one of the leading car companies, design the exterior shape and the interior features of the car, take off-the-shelf components like electric motor, the battery packs, and then assemble everything together to make a good-looking car. And as we all know that in China, it's very easy to source components like lithium-ion battery, motors, and leather materials for the interior of the car. And that's why they can offer it at such a lower price of just $30,000 because the cost of development and components is very minimal here. So are cars a tech product now? In many ways, yes. The lines between automotive engineering and consumer electronics are blurring. Electric cars are more like sophisticated gadgets than traditional vehicles. From the way they are built to how we interact with them, cars are evolving into tech products of future. As we move forward, the automotive industry will continue to innovate, bringing us smarter, safer, and more connected vehicles. Whether you are a tech enthusiast or just someone who loves to drive, the future of cars is incredibly exciting. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insights into the science of products. See you next time. Thank you.